back at the Ashford Mill Ruins. Got plenty of parking here, right off the main road. And I'm heading up towards Desert Hound. Can't see it in this video, but it's behind that peak, which I think is Ashford. Got a beautiful morning. 75 degrees, a little warmer. I thought it was gonna be at 6 o'clock in the morning. This is my third attempt. Technically, it took me 2 to get up Ashford, and I'd always wanted to do Desert Hound at the same time, so I'm considering this my third one. But this time I know exactly where to go, and should be easy-ish. But I got a lot of distance, a lot of elevation gain, over 4,500 feet. Starting below sea level, about minus 100 feet right now, so it's gonna be a big day. So, looking forward to it. Back in the big wash. This one's tedious because you have to go uphill diagonal for a while and everything moves. It's all sandy. But there's the trail right there. I'm back at the pretty cool dry fall here. Thankfully the trail does not come up that because I don't think I can get up that. Trail goes up over there. It's actually an old mining road. About to start the tedious sand portion. Ugh, I'm not looking forward to this, but I gotta do it before the sun gets on me. Back in the sand slog. Hasn't been too bad so far. I've been staying more to the left, north side of the canyon, so it's a little more stable. But I still got a ways to go before I hit good stable rock surface again. At the junction, that way goes towards the mine, and just came up the sand slog. It wasn't as bad this time, thankfully. I think I found better, more sturdy areas, so I needed to get up on this little ridge line here, right there in the middle, and then cut across. Okay, I'm back at the class 3 move. Doesn't look too bad. I've done it before, so that helps. And just go boom, 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 boom. Going up is easy. Coming down was harder because you just can't see. There's one little foothold right there in the middle that you can't see. On the way down, that is. So here's the, I would say this is more class 2. Harder class 2, but not class 3 like what I just came up. So just get up on those rocks that do move, unfortunately. Once you're up there, it's easy. And just walk right up the ramp to the top. So I'm at the fork right after the class 3 move, and last time I was here I went straight up that way, and that was a mistake. And when I came down over there, so I'm going to go back up that way because I got myself into trouble on the way up. I'd love to check out this little ravine, but according to the topo map, it doesn't take me where I want to go. So I got my microspikes on, and I'm going to head right up where I came down, which I remember it being rather tedious and a lot of brush. But once I get up on, there's like a little flat, well, not flat, but there's a ramp that'll take me up to the ridge line, and from there it's right over into the gully and up to the saddle. And then from there it'll be all new. So hopefully it'll be a little less harrowing this time on the way up in this section, because last time I got myself in some pretty deep trouble. Well, coming up this time was a lot less harrowing. I started, so that's the junction down there, the fork, and I just kind of came up over here. There was kind of a use trail, and I remember I got here last time on the way down, and I ended up going down there. It's kind of steep over there, but with the microspikes it'll help. It's a bit better than going down that. That kind of sucked. And now I can see the trail right there in the middle, and there's the saddle right there in the middle. So I'm making really good time. It's only like 9:30. Up there is Desert Hound. Not sure which one of those peaks might be hidden. It's a little, for lack of better words, traumatizing coming back to this point, because when I came up in January to do Ashford, I came up here and ended up on all that crap over there. I think I ended up on that one. And then I kept on going up thinking, is this the way? And it wasn't. That's when I saw the trail over here, and I was like, ah, crap. I gotta cut back down and get over here, which I did. So this time, much easier. Much easier. I know exactly where I'm going. I like it. It gets a little confusing in this area because you can't see it from this angle, but there's a really big cairn below that little knob, but I didn't come up that way. There is a trail. It kind of just goes straight up at times, and there's a cairn here, and I thought I was off my path until I looked up and saw a cairn right there in the middle. Right there. So I guess the moral of this story, follow my GPS points, because so far they've been pretty accurate, and I'm pretty sure this is the way I came down last time and went up, minus the little detour of death. There are some rather narrow and harrowing spots on this little side trail to get to the chute, but they're not very long. Right there in the middle you can see the trail, and microspikes really help. So here's the chute. I'm back in it in about another 20 feet, and then up to the saddle.
I'm at the saddle at 3,000 feet, or just above 3,000. Down to the 1,500 more to go. And that's the way I went last time, up towards Ashford to the west. That was a pretty nasty section right there. But once you got above that, it was easy. That's where I came from. That's where the little chute is. And Desert Hound is up this way. You can't see it, but it's up there. Finally getting my first view of Desert Hound. It's that one right there. I thought it was that one, but that one's actually lower. Just from this angle, it looks like that's the higher one. It's not. No, originally it's been pretty good so far. Not too bad. A little steep at times, but nothing I can't handle. Just have to go slow on the way down. Great views. I was looking over towards Ashford. I was up on that in January. And that's where I came up from. And I get to go all the way back down there. Beautiful. So far the ridgeline hasn't been too technical. You know, not technical at all, although I am glad I have the micro spikes on. Steep at times, but just more endurance than anything else. Having to stop a lot just because I'm tired. I've already done about 4,000 feet of up. That's the fall summit. Once I get up there, shoot over to the left, you can't see it, but the peak is right behind that. This has been the most challenging uphill so far, really loose and steep, but I'm finding some rock to climb up. Almost there. It's really steep and loose, so just got to get up over there. About 4,100 feet. About 300 more feet to go. It's gonna be pain in the butt coming down, but I might be doing some butt sliding. Very loose, very loose. It's Death Valley. This peak doesn't give up. Just when I thought I was on the last traverse, I got a few more humps right here in the middle to go over. Get on top of that little hill, and that should be a straight shot over to Desert Hound. Should be in the operative word. Final traverse over to Desert Hound on the right. Been waiting 3 years for this. Man, the views up here are incredible.
staring at the sea. Will she come? Is there hope for me? After all is said and done, anything at any price, all of this for you, all the spoils of a wasted life, all of this for you.
On top of Desert Hound Peak, about 4,425 feet. Took me 3 times, but I finally made it up. And that's the valley I came up. Started all the way down at the valley floor, or pretty much at the valley floor. Came up back to the saddle. There's Mount Ashford. Whew. Oh man, this was a butt kicker. Looking over towards Long Ridge and Sheephead, Epaulet, and all kinds of good stuff that I've never even seen until now up here. I think I can see Funeral Peak in the distance. That one dark one's poking out. Oh man, that was a lot of up, and it's going to be fun going down. That first section's a little eeks, got me a little worried, but I'll be okay. Just do the IBS, intentional butt slide. I hear a helicopter. I can't see it though. All right, it's 12:15ish, so I'm gonna eat lunch, enjoy the views, and then start the long trek back down to the car. So those humps right in the middle weren't as bad as I thought they were gonna be. You just go right over the top of them. It's pretty straightforward. Now I'm hitting the sketchy downhill part, steep and loose. I think I'm gonna stay to the right this time. Ooh, that chute sucked. I don't know if I went up that, but man, coming down was on my butt the whole time. Everything moves. A couple of firm rocks. I was able to slide over here. And now I just gotta get over there. Okay, so I just went boom, 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 and pretty much same way down. It is not an easy ridge. I mean, it's not extremely hard, but it's tiring and steep and loose. So I'm glad I'm almost down to the saddle. Got one more big downhill to go. Okay, so I'm at the fork right after the class 3 move. And what I did this time, oh, it was so much easier. we went up here and, I started going up the way like I did towards Ashford. And so this time I went this way and kind of hung, pretty close to the cliff's edge. And then went up one of those gullies, I think it was that one right there. And just kind of hugged the cliff wall and just followed the contour. There's actually a little bit of a trail, and man, it was so much easier, so much easier. Wish I had known about that the other time. But I know about it now, and just got one more tricky move and then I'm home free. Back at the class 3 move. This is the last tough crux of the hike. Once I'm down there, it's home free. Let's do it. It's done. I down climbed it perfectly. No issues. I even got a good handle. I could see where my feet were going. I'm so happy right now. It's been 3 years in the making completing this one, and that was the last big obstacle. So it's all downhill. Easy breezy back to the car from here. Yeah. Back on the road. Got 3 miles to go. I'm down to my emergency liter of water. But I packed more today because I thought that would be the case. And actually, a peak right there in the center, that's Desert Hound. The oranges of Ashford are starting to come out. It's just going to get even better as the sun gets lower and lower. And then right before it goes below the skyline outline there, I'll call it, it explodes. Almost like it's on fire. I can see the car in the parking lot for the Ashford Mill Ruins. So I'm almost there. Can't see Desert Hound from here, but it's hiding behind Ashford Peak, which I think is one of those. Whew, that was tough. I'm tired. It's hot. It's probably in the mid 90s. But I'm down to like my last little bit of water, so I drank almost 4.5 liters. Whew, timed it just right. Luckily, I got 2 more in my car. I wish I had a cooler. Be nice if it was cold, but oh well, can't have everything. But yeah, this took 3 years to do, and 3 attempts, but I finally bagged it. So special one, and a quintessential Death Valley hike. It has everything: open desert, canyons, some class 3 stuff, loose and steep class 2, great views. I mean, it's got everything. But you can definitely give yourself 12 hours to do it. That's about the longest it's taken me to do it. So anyways, I'm gonna sleep well tonight. Until next time.